Okay, you join me on this Ryanair flight from Lviv to Krakow as we approach top of descent down into Krakow. Quite a short flight today. On our approach there are some storms about in the area, as you can see over there. Just going to plan up. Okay, so pretty explanatory. Get a weather request momentarily. Wind is only 3 knots, no cloud reported, 25 degrees, is good. We can plug that in. It's an RNAV approach, so we don't have to worry about ILS or anything.
And radar, hello, easy 69 Golf Juliet is passing 2,900 feet.
RNAV 7.
Ryanair 1049 Krakow, did you receive clearance?
Yeah. Decision height.
Ryanair
59. 679.
110 Roger, sorry, Ryanair 1049 Krakow, radar contact after Paris, Rockies, Kilo Tango 737 for Annam approach, weather out. Alright, then Kilo Tango...
Didn't set the descent, forecasters have been away, haven't had time to do that. A live ATC from Krakow. We're inbound from Lviv. It's a fairly short flight across from western Ukraine. I've updated to the new hotfix of P3D and tweaked the graphics settings a bit, so hopefully that will help with the FPS issue I've been having. Probably won't find out for this flight because we're not in any really dense areas, so when I next use the FS Labs it will probably have some more considerable bearing. As you can see, my FPS is pretty good at the moment. Okay, we're intercepting. Airport elevation is about 791. I've got quite a few Polish airports as a Drzewiecki designs demo versions. I don't know if that includes Krakow or not, I can't remember. It's been a while since I've done a Poland flight, or flight to somewhere in Poland. Bring that menu FMC and F Spring. So yeah, landing speed will be about 151. Let's get that up. Brakes. And course. Maintaining a nice descent down. Fortunately there's no storms in the air right over Krakow, so we should have a fairly uneventful arrival. You see on the weather radar there is some bad weather off to my left there, but that shouldn't hopefully cause a problem. As I said, we're on an RNAV approach, not a ILS approach. So basically relying on GPS for our guidance. I quite like RNAV approaches. Can be a little bit tricky to keep the profile and final running, as you're not being necessarily guided as perhaps precisely as an ILS. Very nicely on the profile at the moment though. So the 3000 is a top run, so pull that down to 3000, go, continuing our descent down into Krakow. So yeah, until now with my airlines I've always gone to and from, obviously Stansted with Ryanair, but I'm now exploring the entire Ryanair network as they operate quite a number of flights between European destinations. This is one such flight between Krakow and Lviv. Only around 45 minutes air time, it's a very short flight. Seatbelts on already now. Probably a little bit early putting them on because we've still got to fly back on ourselves. So just a quick reference to the charts. Airport elevation 791. Missed approach procedure. Climb straight ahead on track 073 to 4,000 feet. And then it's directed. Transition altitude is 6,500. But I usually switch it over a little bit before then. Pretty hazy out there today. It's interesting because you look on sort of forums and social media groups and you see a lot of comments like, "Ah, my simulator, it's too foggy, it's too hazy," and if you fly a lot, well, it is actually quite often like this. That may not be how you... There's some nasty weather over in the distance here. That may not be how you sort of personally prefer it, which is fair enough, but if you want to stick to reality, then it quite often is like this. So hopefully we're going to dodge the thunderstorms. It seems to be far enough away. It's not going to cause us any problems. Should actually see the airport down to our left somewhere. In fact, I can see it just there by the looks of things. haven't flown the PMDG for a while, so I thought we'd take it out for a spin. If you have the default airports in Poland, by the way, for P3D, there is quite a few of them where there's like this little glitch where the grass appears over the taxiways. It's I've only ever come across it in Poland, funnily enough, so I'm not sure what's going on there. So yeah, the city of Krakow down to our left there.
Requesting 370 for cruise again, Delta 5470.
This, by all accounts, a very nice city to visit. Never been there personally, but I have heard good things about it. The city was still nicely on profile. As we arrive, we will vacate to the right, I would imagine. So yeah, let's have a close-up view of it. There it is. Looks like we may have the demo sceneries. I can't really see any terminal buildings or anything. It's probably the shortcomings of the demo sceneries. You don't get the buildings. But, we should see what we get when we get down there. Let's say weather's looking good. So that on the speed brake already as well. Get the lights on. Okay. There. It's quite a long start. In reality, you'd probably get vectored round a lot sooner, but obviously I can't do that because we're still quite high. Yeah, some thunderstorms that are sort of lightning. You can see it off in the distance there. Hopefully that will stay away, and we can have an uneventful arrival into Krakow. Yeah, as you can see, the airtime only reads 34 minutes. That's how short this flight is. I'm surprised there's much demand for it, to be honest, to go from Lviv to Krakow. I don't know what the frequency of this flight. Be surprised if it is a daily flight, maybe 1 or 2 flights a week. Okay, let's hit the local QNH. Go. We'll be turning in soon. Dial down to 400. Ready for when we take control. The brakers aren't, as are my speed brakes. Nicely on profile. As I say, the ATC you're listening to is actually going on at the airport at this moment. That I'm recording the video, not that you're probably watching it, obviously. Okay, let's go flaps 5. This is where we're going to make sure we don't lose the profile. Just easily done. The storms are far enough away, fortunately. Still on profile. Landing speed's going to be 150. Losing it a little bit. Oh no, we're getting it back, that's okay. Nicely on profile. See the airport ahead, I think. 10 miles out, staying down nicely. We're at a speed where we want to be, that's good. Happy with that. Atmosphere in sight. Wind is coming from my right, so crosswind, but not unduly concerned about it. It should die down as we get lower. So we'll start killing that speed off now. We'll go gear down in a minute. Edinburgh profile. Laps 30, we're all good. That storm seems to be getting a little bit closer, but we'll get in before it arrives, so it's not a problem. Don't see any pappies, that is a problem. So beautifully on track. Wind's dropped down to about 5 knots. Gear is down 3 green. Auto brake. And spoilers. And hit 1,000 feet in a minute.
1,000.
Yeah. Kill the auto throttle. Shame we haven't got the pappies, that always makes life a bit awkward. Keep that speed up a little bit. Bang on profile. Wind is pretty much non-existent. A little bit. I don't even have the oops. Drifting across. A bit the other way. A bit high. Floated it a bit. Oh, I'm going to press it in, my bad. There we go. Welcome to Krakow. Yeah, it's a bit of a float, that landing. Always managed to float the PMDG. That's a nice soft landing there, Pat. Have a look at it.
4.5 Jan, RDL, Addons. Left to Addons, Daniel 4.5, thank you very much.
Ah, I think it's just the default scenery. What have we got? Yeah, minus 82. Bit soft. Not a good landing. Too soft. For those of you who like butters, that was one, but in reality you need to be landing the 737 a little bit firmer than that. So anyway, welcome to Krakow. Oops. Let's park up at the gates.
Amex 598, rate of climb 1000 feet per minute or less. Roger, 2000 feet per minute or less, Amex 598.
Then we'll have a look at the replay. Actually, I think this is just the maintenance error. I should think terminals further down, never mind.
134, 475, Ryanair 475. Reserve 303, descent 6000.
GSX says that if you can be bothered does have a follow me car if you want to get it to a specific gate. Because of course the problem with P3D is the gates aren't particularly well labelled. Yeah, this is a maintenance area. So we'll just go and park ourselves up in front of this building here. Never mind. We'll stop there. Oh no, that does look like a terminal building. Very tiny though. Anyway, let's park ourselves there. And file. And menus. Execute. Right, have a look at the replay. So ensure my lights are set properly, because typically they're not. There we go. Good. Okay, let's see where this went wrong, shall we? Get the tower view first.
Too low, terrain.
Ooh, I think that's pretty reasonable actually. Very nicely done.
Omex 598, 3 rate of climb, dziękuję. 3 rate of climb, Omex 598. Transavia 4-5, yeah, 3 rate. 3 rate of climb, Guardia, 4 rate.
It's difficult without the peppies. So, I think that's beautifully done actually. Didn't float as much as I thought I had. I think about 8 out of 10 that landing.
Enter 54 Alpha Tango, confirm established.
We'll get the wing views, it's always good to do.
Enter 54 Alpha Tango, confirm established. Enter 54 Alpha Tango, contact tower 129 and decimal 255.
Let's some nasty weather in the distance there, but that stayed away. So yeah, pretty good landing, I'm happy with that. Maybe a little bit soft. But, pleased enough with it. See the city of Krakow in the distance there. Go. Nice. We get a nose view. Sure, I got a nose view for this. Oh yeah, there we go. Beautiful. There we are. Well, the replay is a bit stuttery. It's pretty sure the frames yeah, good enough. Yeah, we sort of lost the centre line. It did well to get back on it actually. Down we come. And there we go, that will just about do it for this flight, I think. Thank you very much for coming with me once again. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all again on another flight in the very near future. And goodbye for now.